Hey guys, my name's Jay Wilson. I'm a freelance consultant through my company Onyx Reporting, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about the conference that I'm organizing in 2 weeks, the Domo IDEA Exchange. I'm gonna be so bold as to say it's the first of its kind. This has never been done before. The way it's unique is 1, the content that we're going over, 2, the cross-section of people we're inviting to the conference, and 3, everything that's going to happen after the conference. So here we go. I got started in the Domo Dojo community about a year ago, and I told myself I would show up every day and just answer questions for people. And I noticed that there were like recurring questions, things that kept on coming up, and I was like, okay, Jay, you're not going to type this out every single time, so you're going to make YouTube videos. And so my Onyx Reporting YouTube channel was born based off of these questions that kept on coming up in the dojo. But I noticed my videos are stupid long. They were like ranging from 15 minutes to even an hour. And I realized that there's 2 types of people in the dojo community. There's like one type of person struggles to translate a data problem into a business problem. And so a lot of the time that I spend in my videos was helping articulate how this business problem gets tackled by this data solution. The other type of person that I was trying to help in the dojo community that was driving up the run times of my videos is the type of dojo participant who asks a very specific niche question where if I just answer the question, I don't actually help them understand the why and the context that they need to apply that solution repetitively. So I'll give you clear and concise examples of, well, try to be concise. So 1, somebody came to me and said, Jay, how do I do forecasting in Domo? And it's like, well, there's a ton of places you could do forecasting in Domo. I could build a custom connector that hits an API that does my forecasting for me. I could use scripting tiles in Magic ETL and run some machine learning algorithms on my data in Magic ETL. Or I could just use, statistics in Magic ETL to do forecasting. How does your business do forecasting? Like, Jay, don't consult me. What should I do? And so what you should do is take your value from last week, and that's your forecast for next week. That's called the naive forecast. Done. That person was not impressed with my answer at all. But again, the challenge that we have to address is translating a business problem into a data problem. If you don't like the naive forecast, talk to me about how your business currently does forecasting. And more importantly, let's think through not just the data problem, but let's think through that solution. What are you going to do with the answer? Domo is a very broad platform. It can do so many different things. We already talked about a handful of ways we can do forecasts. What are we going to do once we know the answer? Are we going to change procurement? If we predict disruption in our supply chain, are we going to change our supply chain? If we predict more activity in the store, are we going to change our staffing? Like, what's the whole solution that we're trying to get to? And then let's build around that. That's the first type of user we're trying to help with this conference. People who struggle to translate a business problem into a data problem, and that data problem into a solution. The second type of person that we're trying to help in Domo in this conference is the person with that very narrow, specific niche question. Someone posted in the dojo the other day like a wall of code, wall of beast mode, and like, Domo's a terrible platform, it's slow. And I'm looking at their beast mode and I'm like, okay, you're doing some distinct, gnarly case statement with regex in it. Yeah, this is going to be slow. Of course it is. And I could start by like debugging their code, but that doesn't give them a scalable foundation for approaching their data projects. The real problem is, I said to this person, I'm like, hey, if I had to guess, you're doing some distinct because you're joining 2 fact tables. You've probably got sales on the left, forecast on the right, you're joining them together, and because the forecast numbers are getting duplicated across all the rows, you're doing some distinct. And I'm like, yeah, Jay, that's exactly what I'm doing. I said, yeah, your data model is what's killing you. Instead of joining your data, append your data. And by changing the shape of your data, you allow Domo to build faster magic ETL data flows. You allow Analyzer to run faster. You have simpler beast modes. Everyone's happy. And this person's like, gosh, Jay, where were you when I was getting started on this? Because I've done this same join pattern in 16 different use cases. My goal for this conference is to help two types of users. The users who struggle to translate business problems into data problems into data solutions. And the type of user who has a hyper-focused question but don't have the context for understanding how Domo works. This conference is one of a kind. Look at the speaker list. We're pulling together people from all parts of the Domo community. I've got folks from Domo leadership talking about strategy and their vision behind the Domo product. We've got Domo product managers that we're going to be able to openly Q&A. And then we've got folks from the partner and consulting community, as well as some really prominent participants in the Dojo community who have years of experience just delivering solutions in Domo. So yeah, this cross-section of speakers just hasn't been seen before at a conference organized outside of Domo. And I'm really excited about it. But it goes a step further. I said to all of my speakers, guys, please don't talk about anything in Domo that doesn't exist yet. Please just talk about stuff that is either core product or a premium feature that people can purchase. Let's be transparent about that. Or if there's a beta that's coming down the pipe that you want people to know about and like test out and give you feedback on, we can talk about that too. And the like cherry on top is that we have a sandbox for you to play in. We're going to give you code, we're going to give you resources and links for all of the talks where relevant. And on top of that, there's a sandbox set up for you that has all of the features that we're going to talk about. I told the speakers, I said, if we can't put it in the sandbox, don't talk about the feature. So we're going to talk about data science because the Domo Jupyter Notebook integration and the magic ETL tiles are there. We're going to talk about publish because we have a sandbox where you can trial publish. We have a lot of the new UI that Domo are developing available for you to try out in a sandbox before you ask your CSM to turn it on and potentially impact real customers, your real Domo instance. Guys, I am so excited about this conference and I really hope you join from April 19th to the 24th. Each day is going to be about 2.5 hours. We're going to have presentations, we're going to have round tables, and we're going to have open Q&A. And then after the conference, you'll have an opportunity to play in the sandbox. I hope you join us. Man, I just hope you join us. Catch you guys later.